Hi, welcome to the Me and My Bass series. In this series I will bore you with some interesting facts about some of the basses or bass related, audio related stuff I own. I will tell you how to purchase them and why. Further, I will tell you my humble opinion about their playability and their sound. Alrighty then. Right when I was starting this channel, I was planning to do this very video. I saw people demonstrating the Steinberger XT and raving about it. All I could think of was you have not played or at least not felt an original XL or L bass. And I recognized myself because I also had an XT first and quite some time later finally an L2. So this video is not made to rub everybody who can't afford a vintage L2 or XL2 in the face and saying I got one and you don't. But to point out the quite large difference between original made out of composite L2 and an XT which is made out of wood. Again, I'm not knocking these XT basses, I got one myself, but try to give you, the viewer, the experience of a Steinberger L2 or XL2. Back when I was hunting down this bass, there was no YouTube, so I didn't know what to expect with a bass like an L or XL. But I did own an XP for years, but that one has a graphite neck and a wooden body. And although it's a great bass, which I use on a daily basis, not for bass parts but for guitar parts, due to the fact that it only has a graphite neck, this bass also stands in the shadow of a L or XL bass. Let's walk through the differences and similarity of both basses. First up, the body shape is of course identical, but holding up the XT on one side and the L on the other side reveals quite a difference. As the XT weighs about 3 kilos, the L clocks in almost 1 kilo heavier. I'm not saying that that will make the difference, but I'm quite sure that the weight will help the sustain, for instance. Okay, I made a little comparison video here. Let's see, this L has this mechanism on top, which can hold double ball end strings as well as regular strings. On the XT you will have to buy a separate single ball adapter to make that work. The neck on the L is made out of carbon fiber and graphite and has a phenolic fingerboard. The XT has a 3-piece hard maple neck with a engineered hardwood fretboard. The body of the L is again made out of carbon fiber and graphite and is actually hollow with room for the electronics. The whole base, neck and half the body is molded in one piece. After that there is a carbon fiber faceplate attached. The body of the XT is made out of one piece basswood. The pickups in the L2 are special for Steinberger made EMG pickups, which are in fact active. The XT has 2 EMG select pickups which are passive. The bridge on the L2 was work in progress, but there's not much difference with that overall mechanism as on the XT. Okay, let's flip these things over and take a look at the back. As you can see, there is some kind of device on the back of the L2, what's not on the XT. This thing is called the pivot plate. You attach your strap at the strap buttons on this pivot plate and then something magical will happen, or at least I think it's magical. This pivot plate balances the bass and it doesn't tilt forward or backwards, because the weight is of course right in the middle. Now you also see that the strap buttons on the XT are right here on the almost front and at the back, but you can also see that the neck will stick out way more than on the L2, and that's just because of the fact that this front strap button is of course placed as far as possible, but unfortunately not enough. When Steinberger designed the synapse base, he compensated that problem with a piece of metal which sticks out more, and then the balance problem is almost over. I saw videos and photos of guys attaching such a piece of metal, which is called, by the way, the strap hook extender, to their XT bases. Let's see what's the difference on the bottom then. On the L2 there is a bayonet type of leg rest, as this was also some work in progress at the time, later replacing it with a folding leg rest on the XL, and that is also here on the XT base. That's much handier because some people seem to have lost their leg rest and now it's attached to the base. Okay, I made a small comparison video, check it out. First the bases solo and then both bases in context with drum machine and guitar. Well, that's it for this episode. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one. See you. Bye-bye.